you're still working and you're still creating food. Your whole house is just growing. Everyone is on the same level in your home and producing some sort of asset to the house. Maybe your wife learned how to knit or whatnot, or maybe your boyfriend is making beer in his closet because then he doesn't have to buy nearly as much beer from the store, and then you have that resource. So maybe the family ordered Berkey for the house for Christmas, and now everyone filters their water through a Berkey filtration system, and their water is clean and pure. There's no bacteria or anything growing in it, or chlorine or whatever other chemicals they decide, fluoride or whatnot, that they want to put in our water. So there's ways to get the family involved and make it about what it used to be. And every year that goes by, another ancestor is created because one of your family members or someone in a family tree passes away, and something's lost. And I feel like with our new technology boom of the 21st century and the hours that are spent on video games and wasted, nothing's being rebuilt. I can see a lot of people. There's a community out there of a lot of people, and Sonoma County is amazing and it's growing, but it's growing faster in the technology side and the wasting time side than it is in the health conscious survival standpoint. And not to mention we have the idea of earthquakes looming over our head all the time, just like Tornado Alley has tornado threats, and the East Coast has hurricane threats, and the Gulf Coast. It's a reality that we have to admit, and every day that goes by is one more day closer to that inevitable day when everything starts shaking. It could happen right now as I'm recording this video. You could see everything just go everywhere, and yeah, it'd be some pretty cool footage for you guys on YouTube, but in all reality, I'd be here cleaning up the mess. So right now, you can just pull my cabinet open and everything would go flying everywhere, but eventually I'm going to have some locks so the cabinet won't open unless I click it and pop it open. Hanging pictures, making sure stuff's stable, making sure stuff can't get thrown all over the place. It's just a process that I'm working on, and that's the earthquake preparedness part. But back to the living sustainably, the supply lines that would be cut off by an earthquake, sustainability really comes the key with. And it's important that if you understand your dependency on non-local things, that's the issue. Yeah, oil is a big part because everyone uses so much oil. If you had a freaking bicycle, there goes your dependency on foreign oil, because if oil prices went huge, technically you could just bike to work, no problem. You could save that money until oil prices came back down. So buying a bike is the best solution for oil dependency issues. Now let's move on to other things. Let's move on to what happens if there's a major disaster, the Midwest is flooded, and we have a huge earthquake, which is totally reasonable, and now our food supply is drastically cut off. Food prices go sky high. You can't just go ride yourself till you feed yourself. Then you'd have to scramble to try and grow a garden and learn how to do it all, and it's too late. It's too late, and it's going to cost you too much money, and the next generation is going to be drastically hurt. Coming up on 15 minutes, I just want to bring that all up to your attention, bring it aware, and I really haven't even mentioned the best part of all of it is that the fact is once this lifestyle is established where you're living sustainably, your health is going to drastically start to improve. You're not even going to have to worry about what next diet you're going to do or how the bathing suit season is going to be tough because you look a little pudgy from the winter. Who cares? Because your health is going to be phenomenal, so your body's always going to look decent. And you're out in the garden, you're working. The nutrients from the soil even helps with depression. So then big pharma isn't in the issue. You're not being pumped full of all these chemicals because you're a little sad. Sorry, it's crazy windy outside. So you're a little sad or whatnot. But I needed to get this message out. It was hanging on my head, and someone needed to see it. Someone needed to hear it. And I know a lot of people probably watching this video already know about that. All this stuff, so I just want to see my passion for it. And for all the people that don't know, subscribe, come onto my channel, see how I'm going to grow, see how I'm going to do it, and you can learn with me. And also post your comments, talk about it. The more you talk about it, even if I've said something wrong here, if I've said something that really offends you, say it down below. Be like, dude, this guy's a douchebag or whatever. Just say it down below. Start a conversation. Let's build a community online while I'm building a community from my backyard. And we're all going to grow. And my best part is I live in a bubble. I live in one of the most amazing places in the world. I'm in California, Northern California, in the Bay Area. I'm in wine country. People grow everything here. I was at school today and someone gave a whole presentation in class about growing pot indoors. If the community's not already growing, it's pretty hard. It's just like, let's teach that guy not only how to grow his fucking weed inside, part of my language, but also, let's teach him how to just grow food for himself, take care of himself, and maybe he already does. I don't know that. I jump to conclusions, but next class I'm going to talk to him and see what he's into, and see if I can change his mind, open his eyes. Stay safe, YouTube.